we can go back right to the very beginnings of when you started getting interested into music and guitar effects, uh, what are some of your musical influences?
Okay, my musical influences come from in the first from the Beatles, because I'm very fan of the British music, and then rock 70s rock bands such as Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple and the great Jimi Hendrix, of course.
I've been listening to lots of Led Zeppelin today. It's been great fun. I've been working away and listening to some Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix, as you say. It's been great fun. So,
for this reason, my favorite pedal are, of course, Fuzzes, and all vintage effects are very good for me.
yeah, well, I've had a look at a lot of your guitar effects, and I have to say they're absolutely fantastic. A lot of the guitar effects that you do, and you've got quite a number of guitar effects that are really interesting. So we'll go through those later on in the interview, if that's okay. But from the start, when you started out as a guitarist, what sort of guitar effects were you first into?
This is my very first guitar effect. It's a DOD course from 90s.
Excellent. Have you do you still have the box for it? That is the thing.
Yes, it's on. I own this from 25 years.
Superb. All those effects from years ago, they're worth a bit of a penny these days. So, and so when did you start getting into making guitar effects? Were you modding effects first, or did you buy kits? How did it work for you?
No, after a period of my absence in the world of music, I again formed a band to play covers, but I could not find a good overdrive, and which gave me personality or gave me a perfect sound. And so I decided to build my first effects, and I cloned the rat Proco rat.
Well,
my first effects.
Well, that's a great pedal to clone for your first effect. I think it's been on countless records and songs and tunes over the years. So, have you had any formal schooling or education on electronics, or are you completely self-taught?
Thanks to my father, who was an electronic technician, I started as a child to have an admiration for electronics. And I started to solder my first toys with batteries and lights. Then I did electronics during the school, and after I learned crafting while working in a company for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
However, actually, I learned my knowledge by myself, by studying, reading, and field testing.
Right. So you've had some electronics background as well then, before you went in and cloned your first rat pedal.
Yes, I built it by only a scheme and a picture.
Ah. And when you built that pedal, did it work out well, or was it a success for you?
Yes, yes. It was very good, and I played for a long time.
Oh, excellent. And when did you form Formula B? When did Formula B come into existence?
The brand exists from 2014,
Right.
6 years ago.
So you're a fair few years building pedals then.
Yes, I met Gary Ast, who helped me in the first prototypes, and then I founded my Formula B pedals.
Excellent.
The first pedal commercialized from me was the little mini bender. It's this one.
Yeah, I've been having a look at that online. It looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. So, what's the process for you when you design a pedal? What from start to finish, and where do you get the ideas of how to create a pedal?
The idea comes through professional guitarists who ask effects. Then I build a test effects, and then after many time, I draw the circuit, and then I draw the box.
Right, and so whereabouts in Italy are you based?
I'm in Todi. It's a small city in the center of Italy.
Excellent. And what sort of effect pedals do you have in your range, or do you have to offer?
Oh, in my catalog there are many pedals.
Yeah, I was looking earlier on. You've got about 4 different types of boost. You've probably got 5 different types of overdrive, lots of fuzz.
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, I've got them all written down there. There is quite a few, and they're all. Are they all? Are they point to point built, hand wired?
Okay. Different pedals. Such as mini bender is hand wired point to point, and
Right.
all my fuzzes. But about delay or reverb, they are built on the PCB, and
Yeah.
of course THT components.
Yeah. Yeah, because I see you've got some delay and modulation filter effects. You've got a Q filter. Oh, very nice.
This is point to point fuzz.
Wow. So, I mean, have you got a standard range of fuzzes? So, I mean, I'm looking here. You've got the Beatbox, the Octa Fuzzy, the Mini Bender Mark 6. Oh, is that correct? Mark 6, I think. Mini Bender Combo. What's the Mini Bender Combo?
Yes, the mini bender combo is combined of 2 effects. First is the mini bender Mark 1.5.
Yeah.
And the second is the professional 2, Mark 2.
Very nice.
These 2 effects by toggle switch.
Right. Very nice. And your boost pedals that you've got to offer, you've got the Overboost and the Overboost Deluxe. What's the difference between those 2 pedals?
Overboost and
the Overboost Deluxe.
The two Overboosts are identical inside.
Right.
Okay. But the looks, the first one is vintage looking vintage.
Yeah.
And the second is a little.
Right. So they're very different. The same circuits, but they're very different in appearance. The Overboost is more vintage type of a pedal or appearance. Is that right?
Yes.
And then you've got
the enclosure is realized by my hand, and it looks like to the original color sound.
Oh, right. So it's oh, right. So it's the is it a clone of the original color sound boost?
Exactly.
Very nice. Very nice. So that will give you, or the guitarist, all those sort of Pink Floyd, David Gilmour types of sounds. Yeah.
Yes.
And you have,
Use the power boost color
yeah,
sound.
and you have the OC44 Germanium Boost as well.
OC44.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a clone of a Range Master.
All right. Okay.
I've had different type of EQ, because the original is only a treble boost.
Right.
In the OC44, you can choose high, mid, and low.
Different frequencies.
EQ, yes.
So you can boost the mid frequencies, the low frequencies, and the treble frequencies.
Yes,
Wow.
of course.
Well,
And then you can have master volume,
wow.
while the original has only gain.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And you've got the 4558 Overdrive as well.
It's a type of tube screamer. Do you need this?
Yeah, yeah. Please show us all your pedals.
It's a type of tube screamer, but is not equal.
Right.
Because on the main version, I have more volume. The original tube screamer has less volume.
Oh, right.
And you must use by the maximum at knob. No?
Right. So does your pedal have a little bit more headroom?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
The flat sound is at none in my pedal.
Excellent. And you have quite a number of fuzz pedals as well. I'm looking here, and also some varieties of muff pedals. So you've got the Soviet tank pedal. I think they look absolutely fantastic. What makes them different to the conventional type of muff voicing?
The Soviet tank is my first international pedal,
Oh.
because in the 2017 it was played by Andy Martin on Pro Guitar Shop.
All right.
Yes, and inside has all vintage components, such as the original.
Yeah.
And then I had a mid frequencies toggle switch.
Right.
Because the original is not have mid frequencies.
Right. I see. So it just boosts those mids. Excellent.
And I designed it by a wood enclosure.
Yeah. Have you got one there to show at all?
I don't have a unit. I have only the small one. Only the small one.
Okay. Oh, that's the Soviet. Well, members will be able to go onto your website and see the pedals and the Soviet tank for sure. It's absolutely great. And again, you have a number of delay modulation and filter pedals. Excellent. So that's the Edge Echo.
This Echo is a project from 2 years ago. spent very time on this project because it analogic, all analog,
Yeah.
all analog, and you can use it by tap tempo.
Oh, right.
Yes, it's an analog plus tap tempo.
That's nice to know.
And you have inside a little modulation. You can switch on off by this toggle.
Right. Yeah.
And then you can use it, the center foot switch, to have infinity
Infinite delays, repeats.
infinity repeats. Yes.
Ah. So normally how many sort of seconds of repeats will that provide, or is it between sort of, I don't know, up to a second of delays, or what does it provide?
30 to 600.
Very nice.
A very large time.
Yeah. And to have that tap tempo feature there for an analog is superb.
Yes, there are very power effect by tap tempo.
Yeah.
Only digital.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's next on the horizon for Formula B pedals? What have you got, any new pedals coming out?
So I started building pedals professionally in 2014 by selling 2 or 3 pedals at month. Now the work is increasing,
Yeah.
and I can build 50 units at a month.
Oh, wow.
So in 6 years of activity, I have always growing my works.
Yeah.
So the prospect is definitely to take a helper.
Oh, right. Oh, excellent. Well, I wish you all the luck in the world with that, and hope you find the right person to help you. But yeah, I've been watching your company and your pedals for a number of years, and it's clear that you are growing in popularity with guitarists, and your pedals are growing in numbers. That's for sure. So.
Yes, in my opinion, the dream of every craftsman is to see his work in the hands of famous guitarists.
And if you could see one of your pedals being played by any guitarist, which guitarist would it be?
Guitarists such as Joe Bonamassa or John Mayer, and many others.
Yeah, I love those. I love Joe Bonamassa and I love John Mayer, and yeah, it'd be great if you could get one of your pedals into for those guys for sure. That would be brilliant. So so what kind of music are you listening to these days?
There is a local radio where I can listen rock music. My records on the my laboratory here.
Yeah.
I have Sgt. Pepper's, and poi I have the Wall from Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I love the Israeli gear.
Yeah, Disraeli gears. Yeah.
Okay. And and I love Oasis.
Oh,
Oasis.
brilliant. Well,
yes.
I play in a Britpop tribute band. Check them out. It's Onside Britpop. I'll give them a shameless plug. But we play lots of Oasis and things like that. So you'll love it. You'll have to get us a gig in Italy sometime.
Okay.
We'll come over and say hello for sure. All right, Marco, look, thank you so much for coming to see us this evening. And thank you so much for showing us all your fantastic pedals. I'll say goodbye from me, and I'll catch up with you very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ciao.